Are you having problems with your teenage child? Come on, let's talk about it. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to your inspirational channel. I'm Evelyn, and in today's video, we are blessed to have with us here Ruben, a young man that just came out of a very colorful teenage experience. He'll be telling us some of the challenges as a teenage and what parents can do to help their teenage children. Welcome to the channel, Ruben.
Thank you, Evelyn.
We want to know some of the challenges that teenage in Europe face, because it's hard for some parents to keep up with their children. Some of the parents were born maybe in Africa or other country with a different culture, so sometimes they don't understand their teenage, and the teenagers also don't understand their parents because of cultural differences. So what are some of the challenges that you face as a teen, and what can you tell parents to do to help their children?
You know what, Evelyn, you made a very good point. As I grew up in Italy, with my mom, who was born in Ghana, even though she lived in Italy for so many years, there's so many cultural differences that I believe that drew a gap between us. And growing up as a teenager is quite frustrating because you don't understand your parents' point of view, and you can't get your point of view across to them because of this gap here. So this is something that is true, that's really common with parents, first generation parents who have children in Europe. The challenges I faced growing up with an African mother, well, first of all, my mom was a single mom, so things were very hard because she was working a lot, so she was kind of leaving us home because she'll work a lot and she'll go to church. I was kind of leaving us home alone, so it was me and my brother. So as two boys, we didn't have a father figure to be able to guide us into life, so we drew our lessons from the streets or from the people out there. This caused us to, try to experience what was out there, as in the lifestyle that was out there, the late nights, the the lifestyle that were out there. I'm a Christian, so I grew up in a Christian home. Even though I grew up in a Christian home, I still had to, let's say, face challenges that even non-Christians would have faced regardless. So first challenge that is quite common, we try to ignore it, but it's quite common, is drugs. As in, right from when I remember my friends started introducing it when they were 12, 13.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was quite common. The drug they used to use a lot that time was hashish because it was cheap to produce and all that. And it wasn't just, they weren't just doing it for the feeling of it, but also because it gives them status. If you're a drug dealer, or your use of drugs, or you even hang around people who use drugs, let's say your status, people see you as, oh, this guy is cool. So at the end of the day, what we're seeking for was validation, and we're doing it through different means. And another one is sex. The more ladies you have, the more the more status you get, and the more people see you as better. And also music as well, but music has its good and bad, so I don't want to take that as because I believe music in a certain way can be a good influence on people. And as I said, what I've noticed is that many parents, since they don't understand their youth, they tend to leave them. They tend to leave them. They tend to, how do you call it, give them too much leniency because they are not too much in their lives. For example, in Italy, the biggest challenge was the language. At least here in this country, the parents can kind of manage it, even if their English is not as good as their kids' own. They're able to manage it. But in Italy, the parents who come from Africa have no background of Italian at all. So, for example, following this, they didn't know what the kids were doing at school. They didn't know how the kids were living. They didn't even know the difficulties that their kids were facing at school. So most of the unfortunately, most of the Ghanaian or Nigerian or black people in Italy weren't doing well academically because of this. So most of them will drop out of school and or get delayed and so on and so forth. And by dropping out of school, getting delayed and all that, you automatically get into this lifestyle. It's almost because your friends are doing it, your brother's doing it. So it's you find those people see you, even people out there see you as that. They expect you to be either drug dealing, having so many women or whatever. So you kind of just saying, okay, that's who I am. So yeah, that's just a bit of background.
Oh, thank you. So sex, drugs, seeking validation was some of the main issues with the teenagers. So what do you think the parents should do to help their teenage children? How can they build this gap, cultural gap, to help the children?
First of all, I would say that regardless of the language barrier, I think every parent is able to communicate with the child regardless. So parents should be a bit more concerned about the little things about the child, because the African parents tend to trivialize the problems youth have in this country, for example, because back in Africa they didn't see those as problems, and they always say, okay, we have more opportunities than them and all that. It's true, we do have much more opportunities than they had, but with those opportunities comes problems as well that they might not have faced. So I believe that they should be open to listen to even our small things. For example, now one person can come and cry because somebody said something wrong about your hair, your weight. Some people take this thing seriously nowadays. So our parents should be able to, instead of just saying, oh, don't worry, oh, don't listen to that person, try to get closer to their kids, because if they don't do that, somebody else will do it for them, and they'll take the kids away. That's why there's so many kids who are getting out of the house in this country, and obviously the government is sustaining them. So they should build that strong relationship with their children, regardless of the language barrier. Try to find out what your kid likes doing. Whether the kid likes, I don't know, painting. You might say, oh, this is not useful for your education, but that's his passion. Try to encourage try to be interested in, even if you are not interested in painting. Try to take your kids to some expose. Just even if you get bored, just to show them that you are there with them. And they appreciate it. They appreciate it much more than if their friends go and do it to them, because they love people. Kids love their parents. They have a great, let's say, great view. They see them as big.
Role models.
Yeah, role models. So they love their parents. So they expect their parents to do. That's why kids get more hurt when parents do something wrong to them than when people outside do it to them, because they expect so much more from their parents. So bear that in mind and try to get involved in your kids' life.
Wow, that is so good. So parents must get involved with their children's life, be interested in the things that the child is interested in, so that they'll feel cared for. And then when they are being bullied, you have to follow it up and make sure that you sort it out for them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you too for watching this video. Please, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to be part of this family. Give this video a thumbs up and leave us your comments below. What do you think about your teenage? Do you think that there is some things that other parents can do? Let us know in the comment section. God bless you so much.